Welcome back to Flindell's Briar. I'm Gareth, still. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year if I don't post something between now and then. Just quiet Christmas Day afternoon out on the front porch. And I'm enjoying, for the first time, this is the first bowl of this stuff. This is the Cringle Flake 2023 from last year. In my Savinelli Tundra Canadian. I don't know what the number is on this. It's there somewhere, but it's enjoyable enough. I don't know if it's as good as the 2022. I haven't had that for a while. I only have 2 tins of that, one of which is opened it in a jar. But this stuff last year, I kept hearing that a lot of people said it was really dry, like overly dry. So at some point in time, I don't know, maybe in January, I decided to open up my tins, or open up, I guess all of them. I think I got 3 tins, to see if mine were dry, and sure enough, they seemed to be pretty dry. So I took the tobacco out of the tins, put it in a small, whatever, half pint sized mason jar with the small ones. And in each one I put one of those little mini Bovita packs. I can't remember what the percentage, maybe like a 70% humidity, something like that. And sure enough, when that jar I opened just earlier, the Bovita pack, it wasn't quite crunchy yet, but you could tell that it had sucked most of the moisture out of it. And the moisture in the tobacco, at least on the top of the packed tobacco, which I assume it's probably permeated all the way through, I hope anyway, moisture level was just about perfect. So I was very happy with my re-moisturizing, rehydration efforts. And of course, this stuff has like a year of age on it now. I don't know. A lot of these tobaccos, like, almost would rather sit on them for about a year before I open them. And try them. I got some of the 2024 Cringle Flake, which, yeah, sadly might be the last of that stuff ever. Those tins are all down in the cellar. I think I'll wait until at least a year before I open one of those. I noticed this stuff had that Catarini Oriental leaf in it, which I think, generally speaking, I really like Oriental leaf. I have to say, I don't think I'm really good at picking it out in blends. I just know I like Balkan blends. I don't know if I really noticed in this or not. It's just kind of quite vapory, Virginia Perique. I kind of have that love-hate thing with Perique still. I smoked a little bit of a haunted bookshop the other day, and which I have not smoked very much of that this last year, at least since maybe last January, or this January. And I think it's just the Perique and haunted bookshop. It kind of gets to me. It's just a little too. It has this kind of dry, peppery thing, which I used to like that quite a bit. I used to actually smoke quite a bit of haunted bookshop. at the time I kind of felt like it was kind of a good, I sort of called it a middle of the road sort of blend. I guess just kind of meaning it wasn't like overly flavored one way or the other. It's just, burley and the Perique and whatever. But this past year I haven't really been digging that too much. So I don't necessarily, it just seems like I don't really, at least recently in the last year, I haven't really liked the pepperiness of Perique all that much. I still like the fruity aspects of it, and it still makes no sense to me how a certain blend component can be both peppery, as in like black pepper, and also kind of like a dark stone fruit. That just doesn't make any sense to me at all. But I don't know if it's different types of Perique, like where they come from. They have like one is peppery, a different type is the fruity. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's good stuff. The Perique's working in the way I like, which the 2023 Cringle Flake, I really enjoyed that stuff in Virginia and the Perique and that. Although I have to say that tobacco, the tin note, was the worst I have of any tobacco I've ever smelled. Because to me, that stuff straight up had a fecal smell to it. It smelled like crap, like poop, literally to me. And usually I don't get a fecal smell from Perique. Usually it's more of that kind of raisiny smell, if anything, which I know a lot of Virginias kind of have that raisin-like smell to them too. But yeah, that the tin note stuff is awful. But I just have to tell myself that it smokes way better than the way it smells. But yeah, it's Christmas afternoon. I'm home by myself because I had to work this morning at the hospital and I'm on call for the rest of the day, so I can't go anywhere. Well, can't go anywhere very far away. The rest of my family's getting together in Manhattan, which is an hour away from here. So Alicia, my wife, she went to do that stuff, so I'm by myself, which is all right with me. I'm just not this Christmas. I think just because I knew that I was gonna have to work it and miss stuff and just some of the other stuff. This month just hasn't been really that great of a month. Got started kind of in that vein back on the 6th, well, in the week leading up to the 6th, St. Nicholas Day. I took Jones the cat to the vet to get put down and that sort of thing. I think I just kind of didn't really expect much from Christmas this year and whatever. Hopefully everybody else is having a better Christmas than I am. But shouldn't be working next week or next year, so should have more to look forward to. I was before I it occurred to me I should put the camera on a tripod and puff and blab. I was watching a video, some little recommendation that YouTube sent in my phone, and it's some channel I'd never watched before. It's this girl who's probably like in her younger or early 20s who must live over in the Netherlands, and it's just some video of her going out on this hike. It's titled something like "Newbie Goes Hiking" or something. And this place is not, it's not really a wilderness type area, but a place with some trails and stuff that she's just walking around, and I was just sitting out here watching it, and like it's very well made. Has some like really wonderful piano music that goes with it, and she's walks around and hikes and talks some, and it was very relaxing. it was kind of putting me to sleep almost, but in a good way. Not because it was boring. It was just very relaxing, and I could probably use a nap. But anyway, yeah, trying this stuff for the first time. It's decent stuff. I don't know if it's, not sure it was necessarily one of the best of the ones of this line, but I'll probably only ever try 3 of them because I got the one 2 years back, this one, and then this year's. I was jarring up. I got some ready rubbed, Set Lift ready rub match. Just got a whole pound of that, and as much of the holiday mixture as I could get, which was 3 ounces. So that came in the mail yesterday, so I have that all jarred up now, and labeled and all that good stuff. And was wrapping hockey tape around or my tins of capstan and Orlick Golden Slice and stuff like that. Whole time I'm just kind of wondering, is it going to be the end for these Sutler blends and Mac Baren blends? I'm just surprised. I just never paid attention to all these like rather iconic blends that are all made by Mac. I don't know what I just said. Mac Baren, made by Mac Baren. Presbyterian mixture and capstan and Orlick and all that kind of stuff is all. I think maybe one of those is made by Seattle, the Scandinavian Tobacco Group itself, but you would hope that they don't get rid of those, but who knows. Got some H.H. Burley Flake. Yeah, we'll just have to see. I've done really all the stocking up I think I'm going to do. But, yep, just a Christmas Day afternoon. Did the important thing yesterday. Right after I got off work, I hopped in my truck and drove to church and went to Vigil Mass at 4 p.m. Dealt with the crowds like always is the case on Christmas and also Easter. I usually go to the Vigil Mass, or the Easter Vigil, though, and that cuts down the crowds because it's so long. Because there's I don't know how many, 8 Bible readings or something. And the baptisms and everything, that kind of scares off a lot of people, the crowds. But if you know what I'm talking about with the crowds on the Christmas masses, you know what you know. If you know, whatever. So I did that, and that's the important thing. But yeah, I'm just kind of rambling at this point, so I will draw this to a close. But hope everybody is having a good and blessed Christmas here in 2024, and hopefully we have a good 2025 to look forward to, and hopefully the old tobacco community scuttlebutt stuff is better than what we kind of think it might be, possibly. But anyway, we'll see. But I'm Gareth with I'll say it right this time, Flannels Briar. See you next time.